streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lister. Today we're at Guild Mortgage in Tucson, Arizona with Steve and Tammy of Long Realty. Welcome to Real Estate Pros, and thanks for taking time out of your busy day to join me so we can talk about real estate.
Welcome. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we'll give you a couple of minutes to introduce yourselves, a little bit about your background, and kind of how you ended up in real estate. And we'll start with you, Steve.
Well, I like to tell people I've been in real estate over 30 years because approximately 30 years ago I built my first house.
Oh,
and
nice.
became a general contractor. And I brought all those skills, including about 25 transactions just for me, buying and selling and buying land and building homes. So I did a lot of real estate for myself and then brought that in. And so I finally changed the careers and became a realtor and brought that experience with me. So the construction experience and working with contractors has helped kind of just meshed right into my new career.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
you have that background. You've had that background for a long time. How long have you been an agent?
Almost 3 years.
Almost
now.
3 years now?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, winning awards left and right.
Yeah? Award winner. All right, awesome. How about you, Tammy?
So I came in I was a web developer for many years. I worked at a software company. I sort of transitioned into digital marketing and client services. I worked with several Fortune 500 companies. And then I took time off and had some kids. And when I thought about going back, I wanted to really do something that I loved. And what I loved about my job was working with people. Mm-hmm. And so I thought real estate would be a good kind of thing to try. And I'm still here, and I love it.
Yeah, so that's a kind of a big transition. Web developer, usually like somebody that's an introvert behind a computer coding things, to you like the relationship side of it.
I do.
So
not the sitting 8 hours in front of
yeah,
the
you
computer.
get the opportunity a lot now.
Yeah.
So how long have you been in real estate now?
2 years.
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So about a year ago we were helping each other casually, just, hey, can you cover for me? Hey, I'm out of town. Can you go to a listing appointment? And about 6 months ago, we made it official and became the team that we are now, the BW
Borgmeyer Willis team.
Borgmeyer Willis.
So is the team you two? What does the
Correct.
team consist of?
It's just us
Yep.
two.
Okay.
Yep. the two
Awesome.
of
So you
us.
guys help each other. So if one's out of town or something,
Yep.
you guys, and that's also nice because you know two is better than one when it comes to real estate experience. You know, everybody's experienced different things. Like you were a contractor before, so if something's wrong with the house, you may consult you.
Mm-hmm.
If their website's bad, no, I'm just kidding.
But
We
it
have
is
roles.
marketing.
I do
still.
all of our marketing. I do all of our advertising. I've also worked in client services as part of my job. So, with like AOL and Bank of America and Chase, and had big clientele. So I really can work with people. I can solve problems. I'm
Sure.
a problem solver. It's really what I'm good at. So working with people and getting to an end and solving any issues and getting to the goal.
Right, and there are a lot of options here in Tucson when it comes to brokerages. You both chose Long Realty, so I always like to ask, why did you choose the brokerage you're at?
I think it was important to go with the biggest and the best in Tucson. I grew up in Tucson, and Long Realty has always been here. It used to be called Roy Long Realty, and it's been around forever in Tucson, so I just went with it. And it was a good choice to be with the biggest and the best in Tucson. It's so many transactions are with other Long agents. It just shows the power of Long. We're here all over Tucson to help people.
Yeah, Long's been around for a long time, and they have by far the most amount of agents in Tucson. Mm-hmm. How about you?
Yeah, I interviewed with a couple brokerages and definitely settled on Long. They offer a lot of education, so you're required to take 2 weeks of additional education above and beyond what you learn to get your license. And they really help prepare you for going out, because when you get your license, you learn about laws and rules, which is, you need to know that stuff. But to go out and get your to work with people and go through a transaction and write a contract, you really need someone to help you with like that actual experience of it. And Long was really, really good with that. And we're at the Foothills office, and we have fantastic managers. Just the level of support up there is any type of problem, they jump right in. Any time of day or night, you've got someone to help you.
Yeah, and that's a common thing in real estate. You come out of your training, but they don't necessarily teach you how to be a salesperson. They teach you the rules, what's encroachment and stuff like that in your real estate school, but they don't necessarily teach you how to sell properties. I think that's part of the reason why there's a lot of turnover and a lot of agents that don't necessarily make it past their first year. So you guys are relatively newer agents. So I like to ask, how, what did success look like for you guys? Because obviously you guys have made it past your first year and beyond. How were you guys able to sustain your business and stay and grow your real estate business?
Well, I think
hard work.
Yeah, besides the hard work, which is number one, you work a lot of hours. It's amazing, but it's really all about people, and you have to stay in front of people. So we still do open houses and meet new people. And even after that, you stay in touch with people with either emails or phone calls. And so, it's just being with people all the time. That's who's buying and that's who's selling. And we're always out there in front of them. And I think that's the part, what you said about sales, nobody teaches that. You have to get out there and really just learn how to talk to people. You might think you're really good at it until you're at your first open house and you're looking out the window going, God, I hope that car doesn't stop because I don't know what to say. And that's true, I think, with most new agents. It's challenging, but it also became easy, fast, I think, for both of us. And that's partly, I think, why we became successful.
So are there specific activities that you guys focus on that helped you guys start off right? Some agents really focus on open houses. Some do, focus on calling for sale by owners or doing different activities.
I think you meant talking in front of a mirror.
Yeah. Get a lot of sales that way, right? Polishing the skills.
I think I would say my first year I was fed with open houses. I did them every weekend, twice a weekend. And when I wasn't doing open houses, I was really using my skills to do a lot of digital marketing. And that paid off my second year a lot. So that's really panned out.
So let's talk a little bit about digital marketing. What kind of digital? We know that there's a lot of options in 2018. You got Facebook ads, Instagram, email marketing. What are you guys finding that are successful for you and your clients, and what kind of marketing is effective in 2018?
Well, I really worked on telling a story. I wanted people to know who I was as an agent, so I really worked on my website, who I am, why I'm a realtor, what I bring to the table, and I took that and then I just put it everywhere. Right. So, you can get a business listing on every platform you can think of, and that's what I did. I just went out there and I put it out there, and I kept up on it. Every week I would check everything and maybe add new pictures, add new stuff, and anytime anyone reaches out, I'm instantly reaching back out to them, and we always pick up our phone. Like, if you call our number, you're going to get one of us at any
both
time,
phones
pretty
ring
much.
And we grab
whoever's
the phone
available.
Yep, we race to see who can get it first.
She's first.
I'm quicker.
And have you found, since you have a background of web development and obviously telling your story, which is very important, I think a lot of agents could do a better job doing that, just creating content where people go to their website, they could really come to know, like, and trust people, especially in a day and age where you have video, you have all these kinds of mediums that are free for you to distribute your story. But what are those things that you found that people, because it's not that easy for people to come to know, like, and trust you online. You have to tell your story in a specific way. What are those things that you did that helped, drive maybe somebody that's somewhat colder, didn't know exactly what you do as a real estate agent, to wanting to do business with you?
I think I'm very easy to talk to. we have a lot of reviews, positive reviews. So anytime we worked with anyone, they wrote us a really great review, and we would put that out there and highlight it. You know, if you don't believe us, go see what our clients say, and they say great things. And we actually became friends with a lot of our clients because as you go through the process, there's a lot of bonds that are made, you know,
getting
and
to know people.
getting to know people. You're in their most private moment sometimes, you know, and so just building on that, building on the trust and reviews, and again, making sure I had fresh new content. And I do mix my business life with my family life a little bit so they can see that side of me. You know, I've got kids. We like to hike and do fun things and go on vacations, and just kind of showing where I am now and what I'm doing. And I'm a real person, you know, so.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, that definitely important as a real estate agent to be able to share that. And how about you, Steve?
Well, I think the honesty part of it is huge. We're open, we're honest, we're not used car salesmen, and people have told me time and time again they're so happy that we weren't pushy. We took them and showed them property. We let them see it for themselves and get their feedback and have comments when they ask questions. But we're not. You better get this before it goes. Somebody's going to buy it, and we want it to be you.
Right.
You know, we just don't. Neither of us do that. You know, our personality is just to be open and honest and help people when they need help, and it's really meshed and worked.
Absolutely.
We have several double, triple, you know, where they keep coming back to us already.
Repeat customers, happy
yeah,
customers.
and I think that was always what I always thought was the biggest gauge of are we doing a good job is when the phone rings and they're already a client and they want to do more business with us.
Right. Or referral.
I will say one thing too that I did is because I had extra time and I just wanted to be doing real estate, that I did a part-time assistant job for a very, very reputable realtor. And I learned a lot of good practices, and she was my go-to if I had any questions ever. And so that really helped shape, you know, a lot of like how I set up my processes, how I got organized and thought about things. And so for any new realtor, I would recommend that because you can really learn so much from sort of a mentor.
Sure.
And I got
especially
paid
as
for
a
it.
newer agent. Yeah, get paid for learning
right. So
best practices. But I
great.
think something you mentioned that's very important that I think is undervalued a lot is the value of reviews, you know? That's kind of your reputation online, whether that's Google, Facebook, or Yelp, or whatever. Is there a certain platform that you guys try to push your people, or Zillow? Or I mean, there's so many options out there.
It's hard to know where it's all happening.
It's hard because you can't ask them to go to 12 platforms.
Right,
and there's no service that pushes them all out. We've actually just did one that kind of pushes them to a couple places now, but if you don't have a Google account, you can't put it on Google. If you don't have a Yelp, and you may have a Yelp account, but if you haven't done a review before, they don't let you do one. So it really depends on the situation, where my budgeting dollars are at the time. So I'm kind of everywhere, but mostly I focus on Facebook a lot because we have a pretty robust Facebook page and following, and our website.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I was
probably
gonna
a
say
good
the
bet.
website too.
Yeah.
People definitely look at websites and check you out and look at your properties, and and you get that email back that they have questions or whatever. So the website's big.
I had a referral come in not too long ago, and he called me and he said, "Are you with Keller Williams?" And I said, "No, I'm not." And he said, "I want a Keller Williams agent." And I said, "Okay, well, I'm sorry." And then 10 minutes later, he called me back and he said, "Well, I wasn't able to find a Keller Williams agent with as many good reviews as you, so I'm going to go with you." I thought, it's paying off.
It
So
pays
that was
off. The hard work pays
fantastic.
off. You know,
Yes.
making sure that you follow up with your
Best
clients
thing to hear.
and
Yep.
Yeah, that's
develop the
as big a
relationships.
compliment as you can get.
It is-
When
was.
another
Yep.
company would rather work with you than their own. So
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
That's awesome. All right, so fast forward now. So we talked about when you guys started in real estate, you know, working open houses and whatnot. What does that look like now, 2-3 years into your real estate careers? Do you guys still do a lot of the same? Has it shifted at all? What does it look like?
It's a lot of the same. I don't see a lot of shifting. For example, we're not doing cold calls to just expired and chasing things like that. It's not our personality. I don't think people like those calls, and I don't want to be the agent that they don't like. So we do open houses all the time still, and meet new people, and also sell our listings, and so that's still a big part of our plan. Just getting out there, you got to meet people.
Sure. And, we know that there are thousands of agents here in Tucson and Phoenix, all over the state of Arizona. And so I'll ask, what sets you guys apart? Why do people ultimately hire you guys to represent them as a real estate agent versus somebody else? What are your customers telling you that they like about, or what value do you guys deliver to your clients different from the other agents?
Well, we don't know the other agents, how they all work, but I like to say we say what we're going to do, and we do what we say we're going to do, and follow up and dot the I's and cross the T's.
Very hands-on.
Deliver
We believe
everything.
in face-to-face communication. We'll just come over and talk to you before picking up the phone. We provide reporting to our clients, and we go and visit our clients once a month, and we sit down and we show them all the activity that's been happening. If they're a listing with a buyer, I don't just send automated homes to my buyers. I send them to me, and then I filter through them, and then I send them why I think these would be good picks. So I'm constantly touching out to all of our clients and making sure that we are in front of them all the time. And that's what we hear that they really like, is our communication, how they can always reach us, how we're always letting them know what value we're bringing to them.
Just go the extra mile. And that's the first time I've actually seen that, because most agents want to put their business on autopilot and just send them all the properties, but your client better than the system does. So if you're saving your client's time by sifting through
Absolutely.
The ones that aren't potentials for what they're looking for and just sending them the specific houses, I think that's a lot of value.
And why I think it's a good deal. Why I look through this, and here's why I think it is a good idea, not just here's another one.
Right.
And I found that works really, really well. I mean, that's the feedback I get. They really appreciate that, not having to just be inundated with stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm working with a buyer's agent right now on one of our listings, and he made the comment today, because I'm helping my client, our client, the listing client, but I'm also helping the buyer, solving problems with some of the repairs, and he's helping the client through him. And he made the comment that he's just never had that happen with another agent working so hard to help his client. So it's just getting it done and helping both sides of the transaction and getting it closed, the goal. So
Absolutely. So getting through that stress, it's a stressful transaction a lot of times. Most of the time it doesn't go smooth. There's always things that happen. Yeah, there's bumps in the road, and to have somebody that's committed to making sure it gets to the finish line successful, whether that's working with the other side to make sure it's negotiated right, that the repairs get done correct. Obviously that helps when you have the construction background. You can inspect and make sure that things are done properly and to code. So if somebody watching this is looking to
somebody's gonna watch this?
Maybe somebody's gonna watch this. Who you don't know. If somebody's watching this, maybe another agent, maybe they want to ask you guys some questions about your business, or maybe a potential buyer or seller in the Tucson area that want to hire you guys as real estate agents. How do people get a hold of you?
So, do you mean our phone numbers?
Yeah, like phone number, website, email. What are the best ways to get a hold of you guys?
All of the above. They can call us, they can Facebook me, they can text me, they can email me. Yeah.
And you guys answer your phones?
Every time.
Actually,
we race.
You guys race.
You can see it over there ringing. I want to keep reaching.
They're testing us.
So you guys gauge. All right, I've picked up 75% of the calls, and you're not pulling your weight.
We
here.
don't do that. No.
It's just whoever's.
We know she's going to get more calls. It's just the way it is. She's smarter, faster, younger. So
awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me on Real Estate Pros, and we will see you guys on the next episode.